very least we get the ball up pitch, provided we can get the throw off, which we do. And it's a good catch.
How did you make that?
He's gonna try to screen out screen out the Whining Beavers. Oh no! Does he have an apothecary? I don't think he has one. He's gonna spend it, and he's still dead. Oh my god! Oh no! Deccan's stare bag is dead! Dead! It's another king! Oh my goodness! What is happening? See if he can get away. He cannot. He's gonna have to do this. Oh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is week number 5 of the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League's Batter Bowl. Final game of the week. We have the 9th place Circuit City Cadavers facing off against the 10th place Firepants. Both teams looking for a win to stay alive in the competition. The Cadavers could theoretically get away with a draw, but the stars will have to align in week 6 if they'll make the cut. Both teams really looking for that win. Firepants must win tonight or else they are eliminated. First up, we're going to take a look at the Circuit City Cadavers, coached by the current MAML champion, Nick Satan. He's got an 11-man lineup, and what a strong lineup this is. 11-man lineup, 2 ghouls, 2 flesh golems, and a werewolf. One of the flesh golems has leveled up, took the block skill. The werewolf has claws and frenzy and block and leap. Level 3 lassie, holy moly. The thrower has leveled up. He took kick. We saw It's All Ball Bearings put kick on their thrower as well. 1 Tomb Guardian, he has Mighty Blow, and then the vampire is backed up by 3 Vampire Thralls. Very good lineup. 2 cheerleaders, 2 TRRs, a massive 7 fan factor. The fans love the Cadavers. 1 coaching assistant, and of course a necromancer. Very strong team, lots of strength on this lineup here. They'll be up against Firepants tonight. Firepants coming in with a TV value of 1,110. That puts them 110 below Circuit City Cadavers. That'll give them 110,000 gold in petty cash for the inducement phase. They're coming in with a 12-man lineup. I'm sorry, a 12-woman lineup. This is the only non-mixed team in this mixed team competition. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 blitzers, one of which is injured. They have an MA of 5. It'll be interesting to see if Halifax wants to keep this blitzer on the lineup, on the roster. I think an MA of 5 doesn't hurt the blitzer too much, but it's an extra 90K that you're holding on to as opposed to just replacing them. He doesn't have enough money to replace the blitzer. He will after this match. If he stays alive in the competition, we'll see if he wants to switch it up or not. You'll notice, being an Amazon team, every single person has block. Every single player has the exact same stat line as well. One of the blitzers, Alkion the Beautiful, has leveled up and is a kicker. That puts a kicker on both teams. The thrower, one of 2, in fact, is the leader. As long as that thrower stays on the pitch, Firepants is going to have an extra TRR that's going to bring him up to 3. And then the 2 catchers have block and dodge with their level up. That makes them very, very powerful. So what is going to happen tonight? I think the key to tonight's game rests in Halifax's hands, and I think that key is pacing. I think this Amazon team doesn't want to take blocks on defense. I think he wants to play the screening game. I think he wants to make the Cadavers come to him and take one block a turn. He just needs to stop the score. And then on offense, he's got a lot going on here. He's got 2 catchers and a thrower. He's got a second thrower just in case. Lots of speed as well. Dodge across the board. Almost, it's almost a certainty that over half the players are going to have block on the pitch. I imagine one of the throwers is going to stay out on the sidelines. That's not too bad. You've got lots of options. You got a throwing game. You got a passing game. But I think the name of the game on offense is to pace yourself. You don't want to score too early because you don't want to give the Cadavers a chance to score against you in the same half. You don't want to score too late because you've got AV7 across the board. You don't want to take hits that you don't have to take. So if Firepants can control the tempo, can control the pacing of tonight's game, I think they pull it out tonight. The other key factor to consider is the 110,000 gold they're getting in the inducement phase. What are they going to spend that money on? They could spend it on a number of things. They could pick up some Bloodweiser Babes just as insurance because of the low AV, even though they do have block and dodge on a number of players. But, I honestly think I would pony up the cash from my treasury and bring a wizard into tonight's game. 150k will get you a wizard. He'll need to spend 40k from his treasury to get that money, but I think it's worth it. You have to win tonight in order to have a chance to make it to the semifinals. Why not spend the cash, get a wizard? They're super, super strong, especially in the LRB6. That's the rulebook that's being used in this competition. I think that's what you want to do. But we'll see. Maybe Halifax wants to save that money to replace the Blitzer for week 6. Who's to say? Maybe he does want to get those Bloodweiser Babes to protect against, KOs. That might be an option as well. But one thing's for certain, the Cadavers are going to have the fame advantage. They have 7 fan factor versus 2. That increases the likelihood that not only are they going to have a fame advantage, but they might have a +2 fame advantage, which means that the kickoff event tables are more than likely going to go in favor of the Cadavers rather than Firepants. The Cadavers are matching Firepants coach for coach here with the coaching assistants as well as the cheerleaders. I think you go for the wizard. Hank the Ranger says it's a tough call. If there's any chance the other team can get a hit on the ball carrier, I prefer to score. And that was in response to SB Beaver saying, I enjoy delaying with the dwarves. That strategy does not work with elves. So we'll see what happens here tonight. We'll see if the players are ready to get underway. It's a little bit early, so maybe not. Not yet. So, again, both teams need a victory here tonight. Well, the Cadavers don't technically need a victory, but if they don't get one, they're most likely not going to make top 4. But Firepants definitely needs one if they have any hope of making top 4. There's only 1 week left after this game. We can take a look at these standings while we're waiting. Take a look at the standings one more time. The Wanghangers with 13 points. They are guaranteed a spot in the semifinals. The Ardents of Nuffle and Senna Swarm, each with 10 points. They are all but guaranteed a spot in the finals. News Team 6 with their score last night, that brought them up to 9 points, and that puts them into 4th place, followed by Griffs with 8 points, the Horsemen with 7, Berserk Circus following them up with 6 points, and it's all Barbarians in their loss last night. They stayed at 8th with 5 points. They are eliminated. Currently, it's all Barbarians. Vector Victor, and the Kernus Eagles have been eliminated. But all played well, except for the Eagles. Nobody likes the Eagles. They all played well. Super fun to watch their matches. And it looks like our game is about to get underway. Rainy day here in this key competition matchup. One Bloodweiser Babe was taken. It looks like he spent no additional money. Wow. So just one Bloodweiser Babe. The Firepants are going to set up on offense here. Nick Satan indeed has the +2 fame advantage. He's going with a 3-man line. All these strong players on the line. They have the Tomb Guardian with a strength of 5 and 2 guards, the Flesh Golems with a strength of 4. Firepants going with a 3-man line. It looks like he has 2 wide and another wide zone. Two players back to receive. He really has to do that with the kicker in play. There's the kicker. Four-man line at the moment. Is he going to go 5? That only gives him a 1-die block against the Flesh Golem. He decides to do that and take the player off the center position to not go against that Tomb Guardian. Pulling the wide players off the center line by 1 space. Pouring rain. It's raining. Makes the ball slippery and difficult to hold. -1 modifier applies to all catch, intercept, and pickup rolls. Here is the kickoff. Remember, a kicker increases the accuracy of your kick. We'll see where the Cadavers want to kick to. Look, they kicked against the leader. Brilliant coaching. The Cadavers get an extra team reroll. 3v3. Turn 1 for Firepants. Very good kick by the Cadavers. Nick Satan, again, is the current reigning Mid-Atlantic Mauling League champion. He was the Season 1 champion. Didn't win any of the open competitions. Made it, wow, tried to pick up right out of the gate. It's a 50-50 pickup in the rain. He has to spend the TRR to make it a 75% and doesn't keep the drive alive. That is a turnover, an unfortunate turnover for Firepants. And it's often a mistake to try to pick up the ball right from the get-go, and that's the reason why. That can result in a turnover. But he still has everybody on the line, so he's not really in risk just yet, at least on this turn, of anybody getting past him. The Cadavers could open a hole and get someone, maybe 2 players past him, but Firepants has a lot of speed. Hank the Ranger says, "Who's this Nightbot guy? He just spams ad." He spams ads. 2-die block back at the line. This is against the number 11 line woman. Good hit. Took the blitz with the Tomb Guardian and moves him back to center. Decides he's going to get the assist over on the left-hand side of the line. 2-die block to finish off the right-hand side of the line will be a clean hit against the number 1 blitzer. Well done. 2-die block over to the left. Works out due to the block skill. And those are the blocks taken. The blitz has been taken. No more blocks to take. What will he do with the remaining players on the team? There's a big hole open at center pitch. Is he going to try to rush down it? I can't imagine he will, but we'll see. Clifey says that's an interesting and very tactical use of blitz. Yes, indeed it is. Well done. The Vampire with 3 thralls. You can see 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. It gives him lots of movement options. The Ghoul launches himself down that hole that was just opened. That's it. Turn 2 back to Firepants. SP Beaver says, did I miss the explanation on the rain's effects? Yes, basically it's a -1 to all handsy stuff. So pickups, catches, interceptions, They're all -1. Number 11 linewoman moves to tie up the ghoul. 2 tie-ups on the ghoul. Firepants is very afraid of that ghoul, and fair enough. Moves the number 1 blitzer to the left to fill in the hole. We'll see if he stands up the linewoman or not. I think he wants to dodge these players out myself. Positive dodges with an AG of 3 and the dodge skill are fairly safe. Blitz coming up. He's going to blitz the ghoul. Double skulls. He'll have to spend a TRR. Turn 2. He's down to 1 TRR. And that's the blitz spent. Hank the Ranger says, ghoul's not a huge threat, but put some pressure on the ball, especially if they fail to pick it up. Just like that. TRR was spent. He doesn't get to spend it again. You get 1 team reroll a turn. Turn 2 for the Cadavers. Cadavers in pretty good shape here on defense. 2-die block on the left-hand side of the would-be line. That's the injured blitzer. He follows up with the Flesh Golem. Flesh Golem, the second player to cross the center line. Clyface asks, who's the best ball handler on the Cadavers? Probably the Vampire, I would argue, with a AV of 4. Werewolf's not bad either, but you probably want the Werewolf blocking. 2-die block's going to result on in a push on the number 9 linewoman at center pitch. There are 4 tackle zones on Susan the Ghoul right now. Susan stands back up, says, I am not afraid of any of you Amazons. You don't scare me, I'm undead. The number 9 Thrall, contest winner number 1, moves forward to get a tackle zone on the catcher. The Vampire does the same. Cleffy says, is that ghoul going to eat 3 dice now? It's currently 2 dice. It will be 3 dice with another tackle zone. Werewolf moves ahead, as does Brandon, the other ghoul. Down the left wide zone, gets some tie-ups. He wants to get some hits. Turn 3 for Firepants. I think Firepants... Well, we'll see what he wants to do. I think he wants to dodge out who he can and maybe just leave these guys to tie up some players at this point. Get a cage going. Good dodge by the blitzer. Doesn't move the blitzer in to make it a 3-die block on the ghoul, however. Only going to get a push on the ghoul. Follows up, can get a 2-die block again with the number 9 linewoman and does just that. This will be a good hit. Pushes the ghoul back a space. And now we'll see if he shifts these 2 players to the right and tries to set up a would-be cage. I don't think he can get there. No, he can't get there, but... well, could he get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could get there with 2 GFIs. Sort of. He can get right here anyway. Here comes the ball pickup. Failed pickup yet again. Spends his final TRR and finally has the ball in hand. Rainy day weather, that'll do it. No TRRs left this half for Firepants. 3 for the Cadavers. Firepants electing to spend no money out of their treasury. Hank the Ranger says, boo, the Ground lost possession. The Ground, the MVP of this game so far. 37 seconds left in turn 3 for Firepants. What is he going to do with this contingent on the left-hand side? I think he wants to dodge. I think he wants to dodge them out and then just stand up these line women, this blitzer and this line woman, and they'll just have to take their licks. But we'll see what he decides to do. Nope, he's going to take a 1-die block against the werewolf. He's going to get a push. Decides not to follow up. He'll get a 2-die block on Brandon the Ghoul. This will be a good hit. Did not follow up. Gets an injury. Well done. One-man player advantage for Firepants now. Good dodge by the number 4 blitzer. I might have placed him here. But the blitzer's now in a forward position, so we'll see what he wants to do with the blitzer next turn. Cleffy says ghouls don't have regen now that I think about it, do they? They do not. Turn 3 for the Cadavers. Firepants filling in the gaps where they can. Finally have possession of the ball. The Cadavers have been effectively pushed back, but they can still go after this ball carrier if they want. They've got to hold down the right sideline if they want to get super aggressive with the Thrall. Claffy says all the undead look the same to me. You undead bigot. How dare you? One minute, 13 seconds left in turn 3. The Cadavers, considering their options, decent defensive line right now. They're considering whether they want to go aggressive or whether they want to reset. They could even stay put if they want. They'll probably take their blitz, deciding maybe where to take that blitz. Tomb Guardian, Angel Soft moves 1 space forward. Tackle zone on the number 6 thrower now. The thrower, Jenny Craig, moves up to center pitch. The right side flesh golem, El Guapo the Sad. He'll move up and get a tackle zone on the number 9 line woman at center pitch. Hapless victim number 2 ties up the number 1 blitzer, as does the vampire. He'll come up and tie up the number 1 blitzer and the number 8 catcher. Well done. This line here makes sure this vampire is safe. "15 seconds to go." Hank the Ranger says, get that werewolf off the sideline. Number 10 Thrall moves back towards center pitch. Werewolf to take the blitz. 2-die blitz is a clean hit against the injured blitzer. And he kills Archip the Invoker. Apothecary gets spent. And the Apothecary saves the day. So Firepants aren't going to lose a second player, but they're losing all of their bonuses. They've lost their TRRs and they've lost their Apothecary. So they're out of TRRs for the half, and they have no more Apothecary for the game. But they'll get to keep their player at least. Turn 4 for Firepants. We'll see if they get a cage going. They could try to throw the ball. It is raining. They've had a bad time trying to pick it up off the ground, but maybe they'll have better luck throwing it through the air. Claffy says, I think that once you have the ball, you don't ever pass the ball again. Action order is paramount now for Firepants. He has no rerolls. The only real and there's that failed dodge. Oh no, and he gets injured on the dodge. Wow, down 2 players at this point. 2-man player advantage for the Cadavers. Giant hole down the right wide zone. A hole down center pitch as well. 1 die block. Another injury. Holy smoke. Oh, and it's a fractured skull. Alkion the Beautiful loses a point of armor value. 3-man player advantage now for the Cadavers. This is what we were talking about in the pregame. I don't think Firepants wants to take all these hits. I think they want to keep the Cadavers to 1... another KO. Oh my goodness. They want to keep the Cadavers to 1 blitz a turn. 4-man player advantage now for the Cadavers. Two die block on the right-hand side of the pitch. Good block. Thankfully, the player stays on the pitch. They are stunned, however. Agnip Theseus, the #1 blitzer. SP Beaver says, so thankful for a stun after all those terrible results. 2-die block, 2-die blitz by the Ghoul. Susan the Ghoul. It's going to result in a push. Susan's not going to follow up. Firepants in trouble. Firepants does not have a hold rundown. What do they do with the ball? Do they go for a YOLO block, a YOLO blitz, and then just chuck the ball, or do they try to punt? Turn 5 for Firepants. SP Beaver is praying to Nuffle. Good dodge on the left wide zone by the catcher. Start of the second quarter. Firepants down 4 players. Brutal first quarter for Firepants. They're looking to try to make something happen here. I don't see it. Maybe Halifax does. Honestly, I think this is a punt and then a reset to defense. Looks like he's going to take a 1-die block against the Flesh Golem, 1-die blitz. He's going to go for it. This will work out. Stand Firm is going to make sure that there is no hole to run down. He wanted to run with this blitzer. He could still do it. He's got 1 dodge to make here. Yep, well done. Is he going to GFI? Looks like he might go for the pass. No TRRs remaining. I would feel so much more comfortable if another player was here to help defend the blitzer, but it looks like the thrower, wow, the thrower is going to move laterally to the right, not going to GF, or is going to GFI twice rather. Still out of harm's way. No, not out, now he's out of harm's way. Wow. Pulling a player back just to center pitch, not back to the thrower or to the ball carrier, however. I just realized both throwers are on the pitch. Failed dodge. That'll be the end of the drive. And unfortunately, that allows the Flesh Golem and the Vampire to advance forward. That Flesh Golem can move unhindered. Throw is going to get a tackle zone on this breakaway blitzer, Atania the Invoker. The number 4 Flesh Golem, Jeff, the plain old human. You're not human, Jeff, but he's going to move back and play some D. He's going to move back into a secondary position. Blitz coming up with the Werewolf. This is against that breakaway blitzer. Dodge push. He'll get the frenzy follow-up. Wow, and it's a both standing result. The blitzer stays alive. I think we're going to see the Cadavers pull someone back to keep this blitzer from breaking down pitch. Yes, indeed they do. The Thrall moves back, gets a tackle zone on the blitzer. Atania the Invoker. Vampire moves forward a few spaces, but you can see he's not moving too far away from his Thralls. So by doing this, this betrays the fact that he doesn't want to commit his Thralls all the way down pitch, and I think that's good play. Susan the Ghoul moves into the left wide zone now. 59 seconds left in turn 5. Two tackle zones on the number 7 catcher in the left wide zone. Turn 6 for Firepants now. Generally, he would want to dodge with these players, but now with no TRRs, action order is paramount. What does he do? Does he try a -2 dodge with the blitzer? Does he try the -1 dodge? -2 to a positive dodge, -1 to a positive dodge, and then move this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's safe nowhere, but if he wants to try to score, he's running out of time, so that might be the best option. Stands up the number 1 blitzer. He's going to tie up the Vampire and the Thrall. Wow. Ooh, boy. Gets a dodge with the number 10 line woman. Moves back to tie up the Thrall and the Ghoul's. Not going to lend an assist on a block, however. It's going to blitz. It's going to do the 1-die blitz. It's going to work out through the block skill. Is he going to move this catcher? He took the blitz. Seems to suggest he's going to, but he's got to pass a dodge, and he doesn't, unfortunately. Turn 6. This Vampire is going to get a 1-die blitz on the ball carrier, I think. First up is the dodge push by the Thrall. Vampire is now free to take the 1-die GFI blitz. Or rather, 1 GFI 2-die blitz against the ball carrier. And that's going to be a clean hit. He'll follow up. We'll see where the ball scatters. Out of bounds. Where does it go? Ooh. Ball moves down pitch, which, you know, would be all right for Firepants if it weren't right here where Susan is. Susan the Ghoul. Cadavers are going to set up a faux cage around this ball. Blitz is already taken, so they'll dodge the Ghoul, I have to imagine. Yep. Failed the dodge, however. He'll spend... Oh no, he had the dodge skill, so there's no GFI to spend. And the Ghoul is stunned. That's a lucky break for Firepants. Turn 7 for Firepants. 2 turns left. If he wants to score, I think he's got to break the blitzer free, or someone, or the line woman, pick this ball up and just chuck it. SB Beaver says, does dodge not work in the rain? It does. Just not today. Someone didn't pray to Nuffle enough. Hank the Ranger says, so you're telling me the Amazons have a chance? They do, in fact, have a chance. And I would love to see them turn this around and get their score in their half. They're going to get a tackle zone on the ball. I think they want to dodge the linewoman down. Clypheus cheers for the offense. Thanks for the bits. I appreciate it. "52 seconds. There's the ball pickup, but who's he going to throw to? What's he going to do? Decided not to move somebody downfield first. Now he's got to get rid of this ball. Good dodge. He can move. Well, no, this is a quick pass. There's going to be an interception attempt. Ball's not intercepted, and it is not caught, unfortunately. Turn 7 for the Cadavers, and now I don't think Firepants can score. So the Cadavers are going to take a bunch of hits. I think they are going to try to score. Good hit by the number 4 Fletch Golem. Jeff, the plain old quote-unquote human. 2-die block. Back at the number 3 Blitzer. It'll be a frenzy push, frenzy follow-up on the push. Finally gets a knockdown on the Blitzer. The Cadaver is leaving 1 TRR on the table. That gives them 2 left for the game. I'm sorry, 2 left for the half. Vampire's already in scoring position, but doesn't have a Thrall next to him. It would be unfortunate if the Vampire scores and doesn't have a Thrall in the end zone. 2-die block by the number 3 Golem. Clean hit. Good stun. And nip, yeah, the line woman. The number 11 line woman, she's gonna be stunned. 2-die blitz against the number 6 thrower is gonna be a clean hit. If that thrower comes off the pitch, which she does not, that's 1 less TRR for Firepants for the rest of the game. Or at least until the thrower remains off the pitch. 3 tackle zones on the ball. Failed ball pickup. 75% chance with the TRR. Failed again. This rainy weather not working out for either team. And now, the only hope of scoring, I believe, lies with the Vampire, who can be tied up by the thrower. If Firepants successfully blocks down the Vampire, then the Cadavers cannot score this half. Good dodge, and you can see he's going to go... I would think he'd go for the 2-die blitz. Looks like he might not want to. No! He's not going to go for it. He's going to leave the Vampire alive. He doesn't want to risk his thrower. And so now the Vampire has to move first. Can he get a Thrall anywhere? Oh, he'd have to GFI if the Thrall's anywhere in position to save the Vampire. I think the Vampire just has to go for it, man. So the Vampire can move here, I'd say. Here or here, wherever. Oh no, he's going to throw it straight to the Vampire. All right, this is going to be a short pass. Failed interception. Failed pass. He'll spend the TRR. We'll see if the Vampire can catch it with the AG of 4. -1 due to the rain. Failed pass. Man, oh man. The rain is relentless. Zero, zero at the half. We'll see if anybody comes back onto the pitch. Bloodblazer Babe works out. One knocked out player for the Firepants is going to come back on. Cleffius says, our pass is also -1. No, just pickups, catches, and interceptions. And now the Cadavers. Wait a minute. Did Firepants just click through? Is this going to be their formation for defense? It looks like Firepants might have just clicked through here. So the kicker is injured. They're not going to have a kicker. They've left the left wide zone wide open. This might be an RQ. Here's the kick. It's a riot. Both teams are going to lose a turn. Firepants does not want that. Turn 10 for the Cadavers now. Left wide zone is free and clear. Firepants in not a very good formation here. It looks like it was an RQ click through. And they're going to pay the price for that, I think. 2-die block on the right-hand side of the line. Good block. Good stun. Two-die block coming up with the flesh column on the left-hand side of the line. This will be a push against the number 9 line woman. Tomb Guardian's left to do something. We'll see if he blitzes or just maybe he stays put. He could move forward. He could move backward. Tomb Guardian is in fact going to move forward and blitz. It's going to get a clean hit against the number 11 line woman. And another stun. Well done. He's going to move right back to center position. Solid offensive line for the Cadavers. He's not going to try to pick up the ball with the AG2 thrower in the rain. He's going to pick up the ball with Susan the Ghoul instead. Failed pickup. He'll have to spend the TRR. Maybe he doesn't, actually. Maybe he doesn't want to spend the TRR here. Yeah, he says, you know what? It's cool. I'll try again next turn. We'll see if Firepants resets here and closes down the left wide zone. Hank the Ranger might be right. This might not be the rain. This might be a strategically greased ball, and they did it in rainy weather so that no one would suspect. No one would be wise to their game. Firepants resetting their defense here, so that the defensive formation might not have been an RQ. It might have just been an error, an accidental click. Looks like Firepants is trying to reset here, and you can see he's pulling off the line. I think that's a good play. I think that's a good move. He doesn't want to keep giving up these hits, and I think that's smart. Firepants still not closing the gap down the left wide zone. He might not be afraid of it. We'll see. With the way the rain is going, I wouldn't be afraid. Nobody can catch anything. Yeah, I think this is really good. This is good formation here. He's going to go for the blitz, going into the backfield, take the risky one die blitz. That's going to work out. Not terribly risky. The catcher does have the block skill. But you can see he went after the AV7 thrall here. He's trying to get a player advantage. And now he's applying pressure to the would-be ball carrier. Turn 11 for the Cadavers. Both sidelines are open at the moment. Hapless victim number 2 got knocked down by the catcher. He's going to stand right back up and tie up the catcher. 2-die blitz on that brave catcher. It's going to be a good hit. 8+ takes him off the pitch. Doesn't happen. Gets a stun, however. SP Beaver says Rain is the real winner of this game. Rain MVP. 5 SPP to the Rain. Going for the ball pickup. This will work out. Finally, someone has control of this ball. It's Susan. Where's Susan gonna go? Yeah, I think I have a trading card, like the rookie card of the ground. It's one of my most prized possessions. The number 1 ghoul, Susan, moves towards center pitch. Hank the Ranger says, my favorite player is Pips, and then the ground. Did you guys hear the news? Like the travesty, somebody injured Pips. I can't believe how rude that person was. Unbelievable. Offensive line is going to move forward with all that strength on the line. Why not? Finally, a failed bloodlust roll. Where will the vampire go? Will he stay put? He's going to move forward. Then he's going to feed off of contest winner number 1. SB Beaver says we need to hear from the commissioner about the status of the investigation on the Pips injury. Hank the Ranger says that coach should be kicked out of the league. The thrall is stunned, but he's going to stay on the pitch. Vampire with a strength of 4, tying up the injured blitzer. Turn 11, back to Firepants. It is still anybody's game. Clyphia says, I would try to blitz the wolf. We'll see what Firepants wants to do here. I think the name of the game here, if he were just defending, I think he wants to dodge. He wants to take these dodges and use the blitz to try to open a hole and get after the ball carrier. He could do it if he could take out the number 10 thrall. Clyphia says he could get 2 dice on the vampire. He could. He's got to find a way to get the ball back, though. He can't tie this game. If he ties, he's eliminated. SP Beaver says, ties are acceptable. I'm sure. All right, 1 die block at the line against the Flesh Golem. He just takes it. Did he not have the TRR to spend? He did have the TRR to spend. He elected not to. Forfeits his turn. Turn 12 to the Cadavers. Stands up and blitzes with El Guapo the Sad. He's going to get a good blitz. Two-die block at center pitch. This will be a push against the number 5 thrower. And then a two-die block to finish off the line on the right-hand side of the line. Good block and another stun. Well done. Will we see Susan cage up? Susan's going to go in the faux cage right at center pitch. Two-die block on the left-hand side. That'll result in a push. Hank the Ranger asks, is El Guapo sad because he is a construct or something else? He doesn't know why the game of Blood Bowl is so violent. That's what makes him sad. He's like, why does it have to be this way? Why can't we wear protective gear? Why can't we make this game safe? The thrower moves forward to set up this faux cage for the ghoul. .48 seconds to play here for the Cadavers. They're going to move the werewolf off the wide zone and cage up. Wow. Lots of tackle zones on that werewolf right now. The Tomb Guardian is protecting the werewolf. But it's a one-die block. No. Yes. No, it's a two-die block on the werewolf. It's going to be a good hit on the werewolf. The werewolf will get knocked straight back. Does he follow up or not? He decides to stay put. Fair enough. Hank the Ranger says, I'd send that wolf downfield for a distraction if nothing else. I would have too, frankly. I would have done it right out of the gate. That's just my play style, though. I like making my opponent have to make a decision, right? In fighting games, there's a concept of the 50-50. You knock down your opponent, and then they just have to guess. Are you going to wake up and dragon punch? Or are you going to wake up and throw or something? Very similar concept here in Blood Bowl. If you send somebody down pitch, your opponent has to basically guess. He has to decide, do I need to cover that player and pull players off the line, making my defense against the running game weaker, or should I ignore that player? It's raining. Maybe he can't get too far. Maybe he can't get the ball in the hands of a thrower like it is here with the ghoul, and I'm safe. So that's the way I like to play. Certainly not the only way to play, though. Blitz coming up. Blitz, one die blitz, risky blitz on the back of the cage. Takes the blitz with the blitzer. Gets a tackle zone. That's 2 tackle zones on the ball carrier. Well done by Firepants. He'll eat some blocks going back, but he's trying to get aggressive and get after this ball. If Firepants can score, whoever scores likely wins this game. SB Beaver says, if I have learned anything from last night's game, it's that uphill blocks work 100% of the time. I commend Hoggles for that. I very much enjoyed that. I think that was 3 uphill blocks that all worked out. 13 seconds left in turn 12. Good dodge. Dodges Atania the Invoker back 1 space. She's in the right wide zone. Trying to keep his defensive screen intact. Dodges out the number 4 blitzer as well. I think that's well done. turn 13 for the Cadavers. Fourth quarter begins. The Cadavers with 2 blocks to take. First block's going to be a dodge push. Moves the Tomb Guardian forward to protect the ball carrier. Second block has to spend the TRR. Only gets a push out of it. This is with the Flesh Golem, El Guapo the Sad. Resets the faux cage a bit, takes a 2-die block again on the Blitzer. This time it's going to work out. Blitzer stays on the pitch. That eats up half the Blitzer's movement, however. Are the Cadavers thinking about moving? They could move the Thrall down pitch. Threaten the passing game. They could also just reset. They could try to re-cage up somewhere, maybe on the left-hand side? Who knows? They've got options. Haven't seen a lot of Hypnotic Gaze all competition. But even without it, the Vampires with Strength of 4 and AG of 4, they're pretty solid players. Looks like he's going to try to cage up over on the right-hand side of center pitch. "45 seconds to go." Werewolf stands up. He'll move over to the right wide zone. He is looking for a Frenzy Surf opportunity the first chance he gets. Cliffy says, is he moving right? That's not the direction that looks open to me, but maybe he's trying to go wide and pass, as crazy as it seems. Maybe. Yeah, I would have moved left myself. But maybe he sees something that I don't. He is the league champion. All right, he's going to move the Thrall down pitch. Indeed, he's going to threaten the passing game here. We'll see if Firepants pulls anybody off this line to cover the Thrall. Thrall only has an AG of 3. The Cadavers only have 1 TRR left. He does indeed pull back the number 9 Lion Woman. She's going to cover the Thrall. The Thrall's going to have a positive dodge if he wants to dodge. And there you can see Firepants. They're going to move a catcher into scoring position. Nope, they're going to move the catcher forward. They're going to tie up the number 9 Thrall. Tackle zone on the Tomb Guardian. He's going to take a big block on the Tomb Guardian. 2-die block. This will not work out. He'll have to spend the TRR. Gets a push out of it. Still has a blitz. Lots of strength. Lots of protection in front of the ball carrier right now. If the Cadavers were to throw right now, it's a -1 on the interception attempt and a -1 on the catch. It would be a quick, short, it's a long pass at the moment. He's going to pull, Firepants is going to pull another player back to cover the number 10 Thrall. That Thrall is now in trouble, but 2 players have been pulled back to defend against him. Good dodge. The number 10 Lion Woman moves into the right wide zone to get in front of this cage. You got a cage, I got a cage, he says. SP Beaver cheering for the defense, but it looks like he's actually cheering for the ground. SP Beaver, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Blitz by the Flesh Golem. This is going to be a dodge push. Both teams with just 3 turns left to score. Clive says his cage moving back to center. He may be. Looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to move the cage forward. He's going to pick up 4 spaces here. He's going to move to the 8-yard line. And now Firepants in trouble. He's finding his entire team out of position. Werewolf moves to the front of the cage. Hank the Ranger says, can we have a riot and lose 3 turns? You know, I would say that's not in the rules, but you know what? Who knows how the fans are feeling? Firepants have to get out after this ball, but they also have to play defense. They can't let the Cadavers score. Vampire moves backwards to tie up the number 1 blitzer. Takes a 2-die block. Thanks to the assist from the Vampire, this will be a clean hit. He's looking for an 8+ on the armor roll. Doesn't get it. Turn 14. Firepants. 3 turns to make something happen here. At the end of turn 15, someone must be in scoring position if Firepants wants to score. They're going to take a 2-die block on the number 10 Thrall. Hank the Ranger says he'll get a free 1-die on the Golem and a shot at the ball carrier. We'll see if he takes it. 2-die block on the ball carrier. I'm sorry, on the Flesh Golem. 2-die block, double skulls, he's got to spend the TRR, gets a good hit out of it. Stand firm, it keeps the Flesh Golem in place. I think he's got to go after the ball carrier, but at first I think he needs to reset his defense. If he doesn't reset his defense, the Cadavers score. And there he does just that. Wow, he's going to go right into the tackle zone right at the front of the cage. Ooh, that's risky. This might be an attempt to keep the werewolf at bay, but I don't think the werewolf will take the block here. Oh, I don't think that's enough of a reset. Fair enough, but here we go. 1-die blitz. It's going to have to be a push. Not enough. He's going to follow up as well. We'll see if he stands up the blitzer. I think he wants to. 1-die block. This won't work out either. Number 1 blitzer stands up. He's going to give the assist for a 2-die block on the number 9 Thrall. And that'll be a push as well. Decides to follow up. Turn 15 to the Cadavers. 2 turns left. There is no line to speak of. This is a skirmish. What do the Cadavers do? They're going to take the 2-die block right in front of the cage. It's going to be a dodge push. He's going to push him straight back rather than take a second block. That frees up the werewolf and the thrower. He'll probably take a 2-die block with the thrower. No, he's going to take it with the werewolf. He wants the block skill. Gets a clean hit out of it. He's going to get a chain push. Moves the ball carrier back one space. But that's a very good chain push. It gets the ball carrier out of these tackle zones for free. One minute to play. Cadavers got a score as well. They're trying to find a way out of this hodgepodge. If they want to... Wow, the bloodlust roll failed for the vampire. Where's he going to end up? Is he going to end up and give the assist? Nope, he's going to end up forward and fails the GFI. Does he spend the TRR? He does. Spends the TRR. He's going to get a dodge push out of it. And now he's going to have to feed on the thrall. Thrall is stunned. That Thrall is effectively out for the rest of the game. 30 seconds to play for the Cadavers. What do they do? 2-die block. Back at center pitch. This will work out to the block skill. Claffius praised a Nuffle. $20 seconds left for the Cadavers. No TRRs left for the Cadavers. One left for Firepants. If the Cadavers want to take a foul or go after the number 6 thrower, they could remove that TRR from the table. Turn 15, Firepants needs to end this turn with a player in scoring position. It'll probably be the catcher, but he's got to get this ball. And how does he do it? 2-die block, clean hit against the number 6 thrower, Jenny Craig. Jenny Craig looking good. That diet's really working out. Follows up, has a tackle zone on the Tomb Guardian. Standing up the players that were prone. Probably should have done that first, but that's alright. He got it in there. Cleffy says going on the vampire to come in from the front or the back thrall. I don't know what he does. Does anyone have leap? I don't think anyone has leap. I think the only player with leap is on the Cadavers. I think you want to get the catcher in scoring position right now while you can, and then figure out what you want to do. 38 seconds to go. Here comes the blitz. 1-die blitz. This is not going to work out. He has to spend the TRR. Spends the TRR. All he gets is a push out of it. That's unfortunate. He's not going to get this ball back this turn. He's got one turn left to do it. He's got to get somebody in scoring position. 10 seconds left. Moves a blitzer forward. He's got to move the catcher back. He doesn't. Oh, no. Firepants playing for the tie. Firepants cannot score unless there's a riot. Final turn of play for the Cadavers. They've got to score here. 2-die block results in a push. He was looking for more. Two-die block with the flesh column. That's a push as well. He'll push and follow up. Indeed. No TRRs left. Is he going to try the block to the throw, or maybe the block to the handoff? 1-die block with the werewolf. Holy moly, frenzy follow-up. Oh, my heart. Gets a good block out of it this time. Can the ghoul score from here? The ghoul cannot score from here. I'm pretty sure, well, the thrall can score. Oh no, that was a turnover! Going for the blocks didn't work out. Turn 16 for Firepants. They can't score, and the game is going to end in a draw. Oh my goodness. 0-0 is the final. Firepants is eliminated. The Cadavers are all but eliminated. They are still technically in it, but the stars are going to have to align in week 6 for them. GG's to both coaches. That was rough. The weather did not play nice. The Cadavers dominated ball possession. I'm sorry, the ground dominated ball possession all game long. 42 successful blocks by the Cadavers versus 20 by Firepants. Honestly, I think this is too much. I think Firepants wanted to take a few less blocks and not take so many blocks in return. But they did stave off the Cadavers and drew it out. Drew the game out. So 3 casualties sustained by Firepants. We'll take a look at the SPP. 7 for Firepants, 9 for the Cadavers. Not too many SPP. People couldn't really get anything going tonight. So let's take a look at the standings before we leave. And so the Cadavers are going to move up to 6 points, and Firepants are going to move up to 5. Firepants are going to stay in place. They're going to stay in 10th. The Cadavers are going to move up to 7th. And then week 6 will get started. Week 6 will start tomorrow. All weeks are 7 days long unless a coach uses an extension. It's the last week, folks. The last week before the cut to top 4. The Wang Hangers are guaranteed in there. Not only are the Wang Hangers guaranteed in first place, the Wang Hangers are guaranteed to play Santa Swarm on the top table in week 6. That is a game I'm looking forward to. Santa Swarm looking for a win. The Wang Hangers looking for a win. In fact, Santa Swarm, if they both tie, they'll be in. So the Ardents of Nuffle are going to be up against the Griffs. That'll be guaranteed as well. Cliffy says the Wang Hangers are not guaranteed first. They're not guaranteed first. They're guaranteed in the top 4. The Ardents are going to play the Griffs. That will be in week 6 as well. And then the rest, I don't know how the rest works out. But there'll be 5 more games of Swiss, followed by the cut to top 4. So I hope you're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. GG's to both coaches. Congratulations to both Nick Satan and Halifax for coming out and for playing. These mixed team competitions are wacky. They are really wonky, and just trying to find a way through that madness I think is very fun to watch. And thanks for coming out and thanks for playing. Your games have been super fun to watch. I'm sure we'll see Nick Satan back in season 2. I hope we'll see Halifax back for season 2 when we get back into regular season Blood Bowl. But until then, week 6 will kick off tomorrow, and then once the games are scheduled, you'll be able to check out those schedules here on Twitch, but also on Twitter and on Facebook. You can see the commands for that right there on your screen. Play Blood Bowl, folks. It's a fantastic game. I hope you had fun tonight, and we'll see you back here for week 6, the final week of Swiss, here in the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League Batter Bowl. Take cares. Take cares? Take lots of cares. Take all the cares in the world.